in there, Kpros. Oh, baby. Kpros was upset, but we talked it out. She made the right call at the right time. Ninth place, WSOP, event number 67, out of 1,260 something. Ninth place. That's awesome. It's a good job.
So, a couple of things. I'm going to go over, I'm just going to give, like, this is my video diary, because it's just been, so, we got the room thinking I would make day one,
right,
and probably get knocked out.
Right.
Made day two, so Mike got a new room, and then I made day three,
right.
And I don't even have tonight's room key.
They have hooked us up here at the Horseshoe, I got to say that.
Yeah, thank you to the Diamond Desk, they made it really nice. So, okay, so here's my journey. So day one, I became second shift leader in the whole tournament. There's 1,200, 1,300 people. And that, at my table, I was like 10 times stacked anyway. I would, not that it's ever bad having too many chips, I was able to bully a couple and get some blinds. But I was kind of a target because people wanted to double up, because that's what you have to do in this type of tournament. So it kind of puts a target on your back very quickly. So day one was interesting because I built up. Day two, oh God, day two kicked my butt. At the end of day one, it was rough, but day two, okay, so for those of you that are poker players, I will tell you, day two, I had ace king, 9. And day three, I had ace king, and the board came up ace king 9. And the person next to me had a pair of 9s.
Pocket 9s.
Pocket 9s. Now they were short stacked, they'd gone all in. Next hand, I get ace king, the board comes up ace king 10. She pushes, I go all in, she had straight 10s. And she's like, this is amazing, I've never had this happen. I'm like, yeah, amazing. So she was really good, but it was just, I mean, I would do it again probably. It's just amazing that happened 2 hands in a row. So that was when I was down, that was last night. I was down to about 200K. I built it back up to 500K. And then today, I had a really bad situation happen, really bad. I'm going to use my neutral word so I don't trigger. So I have ace king, and the person doubles the blind, and I call. Then I check because I have ace king, and the board is ace king. So I flop the nuts, like it's impossible to lose. So she puts out her stack of 40,000 chips and she says all in. The dealer says all in and puts out the button that says all in on it. It's sitting in front of me. I took a second thinking, did this just happen? I looked at my hand and it was ace king. And I went, oh my gosh. I said, oh. And I flipped it.
No, we're good.
And I flipped it. I exposed it. She goes, I wasn't all in. And we all looked at each other like, the button's right there. The dealer said, yes, you were. She called floor. Very strong. I think all the women are very strong.
She was from Israel.
And she said to the floor, I wasn't all in, it was 40. And the dealer said, she said all in. And I said, she said all in and had the button in front of her that said all in, and she said nothing. The woman between us, because we had one between us, she said all in. Now we're talking about a $2 million deal.
Right, it's a lot of chips.
Or 400 or 40,000. So the floor said, did anyone else hear it? And the one woman there was another woman, and she said, I think she said 40. And he stopped for a second and said, okay, she takes her cards and she throws them in the muck. Now they're with the other cards. He goes, whoa, stop. He said, so you exposed your hand, meaning me, you exposed your hand before action was completed. And I said, no, it was all, like he was going to chop it. And I said, no, she said all in, the button was in front of her, and the dealer repeated and said, that's what happened. Well, she then goes, just give her the pot. Like, right, like, I don't want it to be an all-in, so let me give her a little bit, 40,000. I'm like, I didn't quite understand that was going to be the call, and then she mucked without. In my opinion, she bullied the floor.
They should have made her. They should have made her match her stack.
That's exactly. But it was interesting because when he said, "Fine, just give her the pot," the woman that was in seat 6 goes, "Are you okay with that call?"
Right.
And I said, "Actually, I'm not." And I turned to Floor and I said, "Floor, she's all in. Dealer had the button out for some time. She didn't say no until she saw my hand. If you have an all-in button in front of you and you haven't gone all in, wouldn't you say something?"
Right.
So he said, well, one person said they heard it, one person said they heard it 40, one person said all in. I said, but your dealer and the all in, he goes, and she goes, no. And he said, well, we'll just have it stand. Okay, and it rattled me. And she then said to me, I had Jack 10, why would I go all in? I said, no one knows what you did because you left it in the middle of the call. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but it's a $2 million swing for me.
Right.
That's kind of a big deal. And she got, and everyone at a majority of the people came to me after and said that was the most ridiculous thing they've ever seen. They said the floor was obviously intimidated and did not make the right call. But do I stop play? Do I start yelling? I don't know what to do there. If you have comments about that, put them in the comments section. Okay, so then I did get rattled from that. Greg was great because I met with Mike and Greg during dinner break. Basically, there were 10 left. All of us were short stacks but one. One had 9 million, one had 3 million. The rest of us were between 2 and 1, which is 10 big blinds. So, a woman ahead of me, ace 3, she had about 800,000. I had 2.3 million. So, I had one behind me though. I had ace jack off. So I went all in, or actually I didn't go all in, I called. And then the woman next to me, she had ace king. She hit king, king, queen. So king, king, queen, queen. So she got a full house. So I did get ninth. I got $16,662. I mean, I'm excited, but it was the right poker call, like Mike and Greg and everybody said. But still, when you're like running for the bracelet, I had a great experience. I have over, I think, 200 messages right now between all my social media.
Right.
I'm sorry. I will say, I never thought I hit a 2-outer early on. That's how I think I got my big stack in the beginning. I've never seen my high so high. And the 2 times I went on tilt, I was not happy after that floor call. That was obviously not correct. The dealer didn't agree. None of the players agreed. But hey, I guess if you say something very strongly, this is how it's going to happen. If you don't have a strong floor, they don't argue with you.
You know who the floor is? His name?
I do.
Okay, yeah, I'd go talk to somebody. Maybe.
Yeah.
Not that they can change anything, but
right. I actually wanted to go talk to him and say, look, I know you were a little intimidated, but for the next time, you're in charge, man. Like, make the right call. Do you really understand what happened? Because everyone at the table, I shouldn't say everyone, the ones that I talked to, there were 9 at the table. I talked to over half, and they were like, that they couldn't. One of them said, well, they can't really make her put it in. I'm like, yeah, they really can. When you say all
oh yeah, it's verbal.
Really
Verbal's binding.
Right. So anyway, so I will say I've never been so emotionally drained in my life. Dinner break, I didn't want to eat. I talked a little positive and just Greg's great because he has advice and Mike's great. I did ask him about what would you do if you had pocket 3s? Mike said fold, Greg said fold, Mike said play. So I'm like, so I just played the best I could. I had a blast. It was fun. Thanks to Ronnie, he came out from the poker room. I already had all the poker dealers. They were going to be my rail. So sorry, no rail. But it was fun. It was great. I played 28 hours. 10 hours first day, 10 hours second day, with breaks as well. So it's a 12-hour day. First day, second day, third day I played 8. So there was 28 and a half hours of poker fun. So, I mean, but if you break down 16,000, it's still a good hourly pay, but my mind is mush at this point. So, any comments or questions, Mike?
Everybody says up next main event.
No.
I'm exhausted and I didn't even play. I'm exhausted just watching her. So we're gonna go eat dinner and I think call it a night. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes.
Yeah. So I was really upset walking out. I digested it when they handed me cash. It was good. It was good. So I got a lot of messages about do I have sponsors and am I selling action? And like I haven't even looked into all of that stuff. Like no.
If anybody's interested in action on the next tournament, email me. We'll work it out. For Kpros.
Yeah. Let me just.
Yeah. There's still another 2 weeks of tournaments, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Everybody says it was a shirt. That's what did it.
Yeah, I said, Mike, bring me the best shirt because they were going to televise it.
Yeah, there it is. Exactly.
So I didn't realize how much mental fatigue would set in. I had mental fatigue. One hand, you screw up, you're out.
Right.
So you really have to stay concentrated on it, which is amazing. But yeah, so let me have this. So my goal starting this was to bag. I've never bagged.
Bag and tag.
I bagged 2 days and I got final table.
That's it.
So
She did awesome. 9th place out of 1,265, I think it was. She did awesome. So just the beginning, everybody. Just the beginning. All right. So, yeah, not today, but down the road.
I wanted everyone to know, thank you. I will go through messages. I woke up today with like 50 texts and another 50 Facebook messengers. A few phone calls. I wasn't able to take them. I checked out of social media. I checked a little bit on a couple places, but I haven't even been able to read some of them. So I wanted to say thank you because it did help knowing this many people were like behind me and excited. But it was a lot more. There's so many more emotions and things.
Yeah.
I did yell at Danny Negrano when we ran by. So
yeah.
The reason I won is because of his master class, or I got, cash the way I did. I'm pretty happy. Hey, anytime you can get handed cash like that, it's a good day. So
yeah, you'll get addicted with everybody else.
I need a day or two just to.
Oh, I know. You need some sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Indiana Jones tomorrow. No spoilers.
Yeah. Somebody dies in it is all I heard.
What?
Discord had a little.
Probably Shia LaBeouf. All right. Yeah, she made the final table, Davio. She came in 9th. All right, signing off from the World Series of Poker 2023.
Thank you guys again. I just wanted to say thank you. It's really been
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, see ya next time. Monday, are we doing Forrest Fenn? Kpros will still be asleep, but we might do magic cards. We'll see. All right, see you, everybody.
Bye.